Hiya Graham, we're from the Outward Community Video Group. We did film you coming in and it looked really well. You've brought some glorious weather with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your vehicle, please?
Yes, it's a 1962 Bmw Isetta. It's like the vehicle I had when I was 17. My father bought me one to get me off a scooter, to get me undercover, and I thought, when I retire, I'm going to find cars like I had as a teenager, and this was the first covered transport. Real fun to drive, very good on fuel, 65 miles to the gallon. You can go to Scarborough and back on 2 gallons.
Brilliant. That's motoring, isn't
That's motoring, yes. 40-45 miles an hour, and Garraby Hill's a challenge.
Yeah, well, you can always push it up.
True.
I've done that with motorbikes.
Absolutely, I've seen people get out and walk at the side of them as well.
But it's a credit to it's this little car.
Yeah, they're really good fun, and of course the value of these things are increasing.
Yeah.
And there's not many about. Yeah. Although they keep turning up in barns, and the odd one good find. And the club's got quite a few spares, so you can keep them going.
As long as there's people like you looking for them, they'll find them.
Absolutely, yes. You've got to be an enthusiast. When you first start it, you think you're the only sad person doing one, but when you get into it, there's a whole team of people helping each other and swapping spares and information. Yeah, all over the world. It's fascinating.
Well, it's a Mark 1 Capri, 1969. It's a Kent engine, overhead valve. Its original mileage now is 79,000 miles. It's in amber gold, 600 GT XLR, and I've driven it all over. I've been to Holland, Scotland, down south, up north, Aberdeen. I've been all over in it.
And I bet there's lots of people clutter around to see what it is.
Well, at times there's too many people hanging around it because sometimes it can get scratched and have to be careful. I never ever leave the car alone on the field.
No, and I wouldn't if it were mine. It's worth its weight in gold. It is gold.
It's amber gold, and its insurance value now at £12,000.
Well, my neck, that's a lot of money.
And I bought it for £600 in 1989, and I first restored it in 1990, and I restored it again in 2005.
Yes, it's a 1962 Leyland Leopard. It was new to Halifax Corporation, and it's still in their colours today, 49 years later. I used to drive this for real in the early 1960s in Halifax, and I bought it about 2 years ago. We did a little bit of restoration repair and put it on the road, and here we are at Wakefield Thorns Park Rally. We should be at Keighley on Sunday, and fantastic just to be amongst other ancient vehicles.
I'm Tony Banks from Outward Community Video Group. I remember these as a lad going on these buses. So can you tell me a bit about it?
Well, it's 60 years old next July. You know, it's a local bus, West Riding from Wakefield, which is a local operator. It served about 22 years in service, and then it was a driver trainer for 5 years, and then for 8 years it was a recovery breakdown vehicle.
Right. Have you enjoyed your run here today?
Yes, I have been. Very nice.
We got you coming in with the cameras as you drove up the drive.
Yeah.
So it looked well.
You were well positioned here at speed, so we had to slow down, so that's the best place to get your shot.
You bus drivers don't go fast.
No, we don't go fast with these, no.
Anyway, thank you for that.
No, it's nice talking to you.
Hiya Graham, it's a nice day to bring your wagon out today. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yep, it's a 1950 Forden Orgy 46. It was brand new to BRS at North Notts, where it worked on gypsum before it went on to Leicester Tipping Services, again with BRS, and finished its working life hauling sand for the M6. I bought it in 1986 in bits and restored it to what it is today.
You've made a fine job of it, I'll say that.
Thank you.
And what do you think, Jack?
It's good.
It's good, isn't it? Are you going to drive it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you for that.
Yes, it's a 1948 Forden Orgy. It was found as an abandoned restoration. It was all in bits. I recovered it from Barnsley. There was no registration, no logbook or anything. So I restored it. It had an ESU plate. It was one of the first vehicles that DVLA reissued, I put it in the livery as if I'd had a vehicle, because I'm in transport, and I put it in my livery. After 6 months I found out it belonged to Lloyd's Packaging at Manchester.
Right.
And when it comes for repaint, it's going back in Lloyd's Packaging at Manchester. Well, it's due for one, because it was done in 1986. It's used nearly every weekend in the summer.
Yeah.
We don't put it on the back of a wagon, we drive it to the shows. It's quite a nice wagon, grandkids like it anyway.
It's a 1953 EC, built in Coventry, new to miniature supplies Shellmex London, and it finished its working days on a nuclear power station.
Right, am I ticking? Am I on a time bomb here when I'm in?
Oh no, it just glows in dark.
All right, but it does well tick gallon.
Oh, about 10 tick gallon.
Is that on nuclear or on ordinary?
Ordinary. I wish it run on nuclear.
I won't be here. Thanks for that anyway.
No problem.
Cheers. Hiya Melvin, Adam, you brought some lovely weather from Outwood. It's a fair old drive from Outwood, isn't it?
It took us nearly 10 minutes.
Yeah, a bit quicker than that, I think.
Can you tell us out about your vehicle?
This one's a 1973 Reliant Regal. Not a Robin,
No.
a Regal. The Regal, one of the first ones that made three-wheelers. This one's, we've rebuilt it from scratch. We got it more or less in a bad condition, but it's all been refurbished and new engine and everything, and it's all been resprayed, and it's also appeared on Top Gear with Jeremy Clarkson.
Brilliant, we've got some pictures of that.
And we were also on Look North as well.
Where Harry Gratian drove it as well.
Did you have a drive on it?
I drive it every so often. He won't let me though.
Why?
I don't know. It's his pride and joy,
He
not
might
mine.
do a wheelie.
Yeah.
You know what us dads are like.
Yeah. Got to keep him under control, but he's got a car of his own now.
Has he? What's he got?
This one outside here.
Do you want to tell us about it, Adam?
This is a Reliant Rebel. It's
Four-wheeler, no.
first four-wheeler ever made by Reliant. It's 1968. I'm second owner of this one. I only bought it a month ago from an old lady who had it since new. I haven't done a lot to it since, but I use it every day. I had a kitten before it, and that's what I just use them every day. There's no problem with them.
Yeah, it's a 1936 Austin 7 van, which is quite rare nowadays. It's a genuine van. It's not, because there's one or two what I call kit ones about being made out of saloons into pickups and all sorts. But this is a genuine van, and I've got it's all fresh produce that's in the van, and it's got all the old prices on. I've got all the old money. I've even got all the old coins in a presentation box. A crown, a half crown, a 2 shilling, sixpence, silver threepenny bit, penny, halfpenny, farthing, and a half farthing. The half farthing was called the widow's mite, which is a very rare coin. There was 960 to the pound.
Right, oh, you want a big pocket to put all that in, or a big bag, bigger than that one.
That's it.
Well, this one was built in 1970 for the Swedish Postal Service, and originally it was yellow, that yellow on the door, with a blue logo. But in this country that wouldn't mean anything in terms of is it a post office vehicle, so I decided to do it post office red, and that is the yellow of the original post office van. It came into this country about 3 years ago, and it's had a complete makeover, as it were. And I think it looks very jolly, very jolly.
Well, it impressed me when it come in. I thought it was electric.
Well, it's very quiet, but I mean, they weren't expected to do 100 miles an hour. They just sort of did little local journeys. But this did 80,000 kilometres before it was taken off the road about 15 years ago. So that's a lot of little journeys, as it were.
Anyway, thank you for that, and keep the letters coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's a 56 Thunderbird. They only did it in this colour for 1 year only. And that's it really. Not very lot to say, only it's a nice bike, it's nice to ride.
It's a lovely bike.
I've had it all to bits and refurbed it last year. and just got it back on road this year, like, and this is its second run out. Yeah. So that's it, really. Yes, we've been to Derbyshire many times, you know.
Okay then, mate.
All right,
Thanks
yes.
for that.
All right, love you.
Tell us a little bit about your bike. Maureen's just told me it's a 1990. I thought it were a new one.
No, 1990. It's a Honda 750 VFR with this is the first one with a single-sided swinging arm. They made this with a rear wheel, a quick, easy release sort of wheel on this one. Originally it was just red, but the guy who had it for us, he was an instrument engineer at Carlsberg Tetley, so everything had to be absolutely, and I was lucky in getting it as I did. Apparently when they first made this they had trouble with cams on it, and they were real soft, so they called them chocolate cams. So this one, the lad who I got it off says they totally over-engineered this, and it's totally bulletproof, he says. If I keep having oil and filters it'll run me forever, and it's done about going over 65,000 now as this, but it's don't really mind, but it's really a nice thing.
You've always been bikers, haven't you, you two?
Yeah.
As long as I can remember.
I got a bike day I was 16.
I can remember you when you used to come to Maureen's on bike.
And going back on that, telling tales, right, I go back to about when I'm probably about 14, Renthorpe Fair, and somebody had a brother called Graham Banks who had a Tiger 110.
Didn't he?
And he used to have flat cap on, and they used to go in, and I says, will you take us for a ride? And he took me up Sunny Hill to top, turned round and come back, and we were doing 100 mile an hour down Sunny Hill, and I thought, this is for me, this is for me.
Hiya Luke, you've got a car what all teenagers wanted, you know, in the 60s and that. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Well, it's a 1981 Mark V Cortina, and I bought the car in the winter of 2009, and it had done 46,000 miles when I bought it. And it was owned by a gentleman called Mr. Watson in Melton Mowbray. Sadly, Mr. Watson, he died in 2005. So I was down in Wisbeach looking for a Cortina, and I accidentally found this one on the way home. So I decided to part with 400 quid, and it bought me the car. It's a 1600 1.6. Engines were the same fruit. Cortina, Capri and Escort. It was the last of the range, like I say, Mark V, officially named as the Cortina 80. There were five Cortinas, this one being the last one. It was your last of the three box saloons before your Ford Sierra came out. And I think most taxi companies, Fleet Repman, they had a Cortina. This was your base model, your 1.6L, and I think your most luxurious one was your last run-out one, which was Crusader and the gear. But yeah, it's a fantastic car.
Thanks for that, Anthony. It's your pride and joy.
Yep.
They're called pulling cars, aren't they? Is that because they pull caravans?
Yeah, I should imagine so. It's not of the two-legged kind, if that's what you're on about.
Oh, well, we'll stick to that. Thanks for that, Luke.
Yeah, thank you very much.